And we are live. And I believe that we are ready.
And we're only 5 minutes late.
And we're only 5 minutes late. And we still got to peel carrots. But that's all right.
And
I can. Let's switch places so I can do this over an actual refuse bin. And I think the music might be just a little bit too loud. Go ahead and bring it down like 5 notches on the master volume thing.
Notches.
Yes, that should do it.
I suppose it is pretty loud for the computer.
Yes,
it's funny because we can hardly hear it.
Well, I can hardly hear it, but I have a feeling
yeah.
that the audience can hear it rather well because I'm way over here, and the microphone is way over there, and the computer's also way over there, right next to the microphone, and the music is coming from the computer.
Never mind, I can barely hear the music.
They can barely hear. Okay, so bring it up 10 notches then. Since you already brought it down 5, let's bring it up 10. And then I think we'll be where we should be, vis-a-vis level of music versus level of dialogue. Dialogue being my ramblings. So, yeah. Good gentles all. I'm David Anthony, the Foxy Bard.
I'm Twig.
I'm going to bring the garbage can over here so I'm facing you while I'm doing this instead of leaning over to the side like a weirdo. And welcome to Cooking with Foxy.
What is on the menu today?
What is on the menu today?
I don't even remember most of the stuff.
Well, I will say, first of all, that we are doing another recipe from Scheherazad's Feasts. This is our 3rd episode doing recipes from Scheherazad's Feast, which is medieval, Middle Eastern cooking. Middle Ages, Middle Eastern, but no middle proportions. They're all large portions of food. That was terrible fun.
It has so far been pretty good and very healthy.
Very healthy indeed. And I think more than pretty good. I think everything from this thing has been fantastic so far.
So far, pretty good.
Yeah. I think so. Just pretty good.
I think some of them have been really good and some of them have been good.
Very well. I think they've all been fantastic, personally. I don't know what first of all means. First of all.
None of them have been bad, I will say that.
It is good that none of them have been bad. I'm glad that you approve of their not badness. Oh yeah.
As I hoped for the ones today.
I still can't see the comments.
Well, okay,
Can you?
Let me bring
I'm glad that peeling carrots makes for good content. And bring that down to the bottom. Very good. And all right, I can kind of see it a little bit better. There we are. Yes, there are comments, and I can sort of see that. Good gentle sauce. So, from Scheherazad's Feast, we are making 3 dishes tonight. Our first dish is honeyed carrots.
Honeyed carrots.
Honeyed carrots, yes.
In rose water.
In rose water. Well, just a little bit of rose water.
Well,
rose water is doing more sprinkling. Well, I guess very well. So if we're going to call it rose water, then that rose water had better come through. As far as the taste of it. I better taste all the rose water in that. All right, so honeyed carrots with rose water. We are also going to be making hummus.
Just regular hummus.
Just regular hummus. Homemade hummus. Because who doesn't like homemade hummus? And of course, we will be making a little bit of meat today. A meaty dish. Specifically, basically some chicken wrap. We're making chicken wraps.
What is that? It's like an herbed chicken in.
As far as what they call it,
pita, I think.
Herb chicken pita roll thingy
yes.
Something or other. 3 more carrots. You've got to circumcise both ends, otherwise they're only reform.
No, but I thought this was Islam.
Yeah, fair enough. Then it's only sunny. You kafir, you.
My goodness, it is very hot in here.
It's very hot in here.
It's immersive, I guess. We feel like we're in the desert for this.
You know what's even more immersive than that if we're doing Middle Eastern cooking?
Sand.
Beer. I was going to say beer.
It seems less immersive.
Yes, I was being ironic, you see, by saying the opposite of what it actually is.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you're so clever.
I was being clever and edgy. Do you not like my edge?
That was edgy?
I don't know. It might have been. It could have been edgy if you had let it be edgy.
I don't
Why do you not wish to yes and my edginess?
Are you stalling because you're not finished peeling the carrots?
That is not incorrect.
Well, I won't gratify your need to stall while you get the garbage can away from the fridge so you could get the beer.
No, but you are going to keep saying things. All right. The carrots are peeled, as is the garlic. They still need to be chopped, huh?
Go to HR about this.
You know what? You go to HR because you know what? HR loves me.
HR!
HR loves me more than anyone ever has ever.
On his office door.
Very well. His office door is a box. It's a cardboard box because he likes cardboard boxes. All right.
Busy.
Good, gentles all, as per tradition. What is he busy doing?
Screaming from inside his box.
Oh, very well.
It's very important. He's singing the song of his people inside of his box.
Very well. All right. Are you ready for beer?
I'm ready for beer.
Because we do a weekly brew. It's a thing we do. And, here's the chicken for later. Good to know that was in there. So, yeah. Weekly brew.
Oh, well, now they're expecting a cameo. Panther from HR. Come here. Come here. Come on.
Are we bringing Panther from HR? There he is. There he is. Everybody loves Panther from HR.
He's giving you a demerit for bad behavior.
Do you think that I have been bad? Do you? Oh!
He snubbed
Oh!
it. He snubbed it.
Oh! Oh! After I brushed you, I removed like 12 cubic meters of fur from you in the course of the brushing.
Shedding somehow.
Oh my God, now I've just been coughing up hairballs. All right. I'll take that hairy little guy out of here for now.
Fine.
He'll get a cameo later tonight. He can get all the cameos he wants tonight when we do our drinking hour, which has been moved to tonight. By the way, for those of you who didn't see the announcement, he is. For those of you who did not see the announcement, our drinking hour has been moved from Saturday nights to Thursday nights because we're doing shows in person again. Finally.
On the
Yay.
weekends, which is normally when we do two of our shows. But seeing as that quarantine is slowly becoming not a thing anymore.
As you know, that wasn't normally. Normally, we don't do online shows on Saturday nights.
Yeah.
Normally, we do Ren fairs for the whole bloody weekend.
Yeah.
And we should get back to normal. And the new normal.
Normal for like a year
It
and a half.
has. But the true normal should be that we do an online drinking show on Thursday nights when we don't have anything else to do.
Because
Thursday.
Thursday.
We're working. Yes, Thursday. It makes perfect sense. In the meantime, mystery brew. Tonight we will have the mystery booze. I'm starting to realize how this may have been.
This probably is a bad idea then.
Whatever. Our mystery brew is a chocolate peanut butter porter. A chocolate peanut butter porter.
I have never
from
this. This is like
what is this? H&G Brewing Company. It's got a picture of a goat on it, and it has said chocolate and peanut butter, and I decided to go with it.
Because we're 5. World Beer Championships.
Oh, that's yummy.
Well, wow. Well, it did win some of the beer championships.
You got it on your hand before you got it on your mouth.
Yeah, I didn't even.
That's a drinking problem.
Really?
Right there. Mouth is where beer goes. How is it? It tastes like candy.
Yeah.
It really does taste like candy.
Yeah.
Which is fine by me because I'm 5.
You might have to finish mine for me because I doubt that I will be able to stomach an entire beer.
It's too sweet for you?
It's very sweet, but it's also a dark beer, so it's like drinking a loaf of bread. See?
Very well. All right, let's get started on what we're doing. So, first thing we're going to work on is the hummus, which we've already been working on, as you can see. It's right here on the thing. So the first thing you're going to need to do is get yourself some chickpeas. Now, you can go with canned.
Such as the usual mode.
But the motto of this show really ought to be, why do it the right way when you can do it the hard way? So we're going to do it the hard way.
That was described in the book.
It is. So the way that what we are, here's the bowl. The way that we are going to do it is using dried chickpeas.
Dried, dehydrated chickpeas.
And what you're going to do with your dried chickpeas, for this recipe, you're going to need a cup. There's actually a little bit more than a cup in there. It's like a cup and a quarter, maybe. Use your heart. I've done this for long enough now that I have learned to say use your heart on things. So you get your chickpeas and you soak them in water for like overnight, for like 12 hours or so. And then you put it in a saucepan. You fill it with water. And then you boil it for an hour and a half.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
So
That's a long time to boil.
That's been boiling in there for an hour and a half. And hopefully, they feel soft, thank God. Hopefully.
That's good.
They are soft enough.
I think that we have to moosh them soon.
We do have to moosh them soon. But before they can moosh, we're going to want to cool them. And in order to cool them, we're going to want to take it off. First, we'll get it off the heat. And also get it off the fire. And get it off out of the water. The water and fire and the power of the dance magic dance. Where is my thing? Here we go. All right. Someone's going to have to hold the thing. And someone's going to have to pour the thing. I can do both.
No.
All right. Stand back. Stand back.
Okay, I'm going to use both hands.
All right. There we go. There we go.
Oh, shells of their former selves.
Yes, it's all right. It's all right. The shells can just go in with everything else.
Shells.
There we go.
I didn't even know they had. Well, I guess I did know they had shells.
Well, it's not really a shell. It's more of like a peel.
It's an exoskeleton.
All right. So just shake that around a bit. Shake that around. Move it and twist it and shake it all around. Yep. 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 And that just needs to cool for a while.
Okay.
So let's get the bowl over here and put that in the bowl and let it cool down because I don't feel like dealing with it while it's blazing hot. So yeah, chickpeas ready to be turned into hummus.
Done the old-fashioned way.
Put that over here. I'm going to put this over here. Put that in the sink. And I'm going to put this up there. And move that over this way for a moment so that I have a little bit of room. There we go. All right. All right. All right. Chickpeas are cooling down. So while the chickpeas are cooling down, I'm going to leave this up to you. Do you want to work on the carrots or do you want to work on the chicken first?
Let's go with the chicken. That would probably take longer.
Let's go with the chicken. All right. So when it comes to our chicken sandwiches, we're going to be making chicken pita roll dealios. And no, not lamb stir fry. That's what we did last week. There we go. The herb chicken pita rolls. So the first ingredient you're going to need is a pound or so, which that's about a pound, more or less, of cooked chicken.
This seems to be lacking in one of those departments.
This seems to be lacking in the cooked thing. So we're going to have to cook this chicken.
All right,
now, here's the thing.
Do we just fry it up?
Well, here's the thing. It doesn't say.
It doesn't say.
It doesn't say. Because basically, the gist of this recipe is this is the recipe
you use your heart the whole way through.
Well, this is what you do with your leftover chicken, you know?
Yeah.
You got some leftover chicken.
So you make a sandwich.
So you make a sandwich out of it. And this is a good recipe for a sandwich. Unfortunately, we don't have any cooked chicken, so we're going to have to cook our chicken.
No, we decided not to cook the chicken.
So first thing
we're going to use this chicken a long time ago to make something out of the D&D cookbook, and we decided not to.
And it just never happened. That's all right. Oh, there's a little bit of bone in there. That's the other thing. Make sure you don't have any little bones in there because that's going to make your. That's going to make your.
You do want to eat the bone, but you might choke.
You might. Just a little bit. You don't want that in a sandwich. Bones don't go in sandwiches. If your bones are in your sandwiches, you're doing your sandwiches wrong. See if there's any bones in that one. Just give it a feel.
Oh, yep, there are.
There are.
I believe
there are a couple little bones in there.
Ew, blood. Yeah, there's some.
That's all right. Cartilaginous substance right there. Very good. Here, let's just cut out that cartilaginous substance right there, and we're gonna go ahead and cut this whole thing into pieces. You all right with that?
Yeah, that'll make it cook faster. Too.
Yes, it will. It'll make it cook. There we go. Just cut that out. Just cut that piece out there and remove that little piece right there. Just a little butcher's mistake right there. Very good. All right. And now that little butcher's mistake is out of my way, and I don't have to worry about it. Fantastic. All right. Got that. And let's just... Oh, I don't know, just chop it up. Let's just slice it down into long strips. And then, after we've sliced it into a bunch of long strips, we can flip it around and just cut those strips into chunks.
This is how you cut a chicken.
And, those chunks look too big. What do you think? those chunks can be smaller. Let's make them smaller.
Yeah.
Smaller chunks.
Yeah.
And as we make the smaller chunks, I'm just going to toss them in the pan. And I should probably put some heat on that pan in a minute. I should also have some seasoning. I should have some oil. So I think under here I've got something.
Oh, you prepared for this.
I did prepare for this.
I thought you did.
I didn't not prepare. I prepared.
Oh,
I prepared.
All right,
So we got to cook this somehow. So there should be a bottle down there. A bottle with a cork. A cork with a power.
What power?
The power of the power. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
Wait.
No, wrong one. All right, go ahead
Go
and come behind me and pour that in there for me, will you? That oil, by the way, is sesame seed oil.
You recall we used it last week?
We did use it last week as part of the lamb, and it came out real well.
It's
so I'm gonna
a very popular oil to use in Asian food.
Indeed. So we're gonna kind of go with it. All right, go ahead and turn that heat on so that these things can start their journey from being raw chicken to being cooked chicken, as they shall make that perilous journey through the ages, which those ages being the frying pan. Did that make sense?
Huh?
Exactly. I like it when you don't pay attention.
I'm glad that you do. Not many people like it, but I'm glad that you appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Sorry, that was your sunburn.
That was my sunburn. That's all right. That's all right. I have learned to just swallow the pain. It's all right.
You need therapy.
Yes, I do. How did you not know this already?
No, I've known it for some time.
Very good.
I don't think anybody can meet you and not think.
I'm glad that you accept my therapy needing self as it is, with the needing of the therapy.
Hey, who doesn't these days, right? Anyway,
Indeed.
don't you have something else to put?
I do have something else to put in here, in addition to the sesame seed oil.
Ooh.
I'm also going to put into here some atrafaltib.
Oh my god.
So if you look to the left, there should be a shot glass. Because I ran out of little bowls.
Oh, well, you're right. There is a shot glass of triple tea.
Yes, there should be about a teaspoon in there.
I guess.
Yep,
That's a shot glass, so I don't know.
Well, it's partially a teeth. So you might be asking yourself, in case you weren't here yet last week, what is atrafaltif? So the answer to you is that atrafaltif is pretty much whatever you want it to be. It is a Middle Eastern.
Does it end with an F or a B?
With an.
Because I've been saying it with a B.
Sorry, it's atrafaltib. You're right.
Right, hooray! I do love it.
I did say atrafaltib last week, but this week I suddenly changed to atrafaltif because my brain stopped working.
I thought it did that a while ago.
That's, it comes and goes, and it's always in like bits and pieces and chunks. If you know what I mean.
Huh?
I'm talking about both my chicken and the brain.
Oh, okay.
My brain.
Okay.
Not the brain.
Okay.
The brain is a character from a Saturday morning television show from when I was a child.
You're
And
right.
probably when you were. All right, let's get that in
Yeah,
there.
for like youngins these days, it's on the air again.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. So, Atraf al-Tib is basically the Middle Eastern answer to powder forte. What is powder forte? Again, it's whatever you want it to be. It's a mixture of herbs and spices and whatever you want to put it in there with a bit of a spicy feel to it, as opposed to powder dulce, which
By the
has a
way,
sweet feel to
you
it.
don't have to do it this way. It can be whatever kind of cooked
Oh
chicken
yeah,
you have.
for this recipe, the recipe just calls for cooked chicken. Whatever,
You could,
however you want to chicken
theoretically
your
just
chicken.
do this with like a rotisserie chicken.
You
if
just
like.
chicken your way to
Chicken your way to victory.
Flashbacks to overcrowded Rutgers buses. I've had those flashbacks as well. Although I don't know if it's the same flashbacks that you've had.
Got around Rutgers. Oh.
Huh? Of course I got around Rutgers. I'm a bard.
Yeah.
Put that in there. And I don't need this cutting board anymore because I'm done chopping my meat for the day. But if you really want, I can chop your meat.
Chop it.
I shall. What?
Do it.
I'm in the middle of a show.
You promised.
It's
to
not
chop
that
meat.
kind of show.
How will I cook my meatloaf?
Well, here, work on the chicken for now. All right. So, where's our heat at? There's our heat at.
Yeah, it seems
So-
to me you're taking a
Longer than I expected. That's all right.
Yeah, well, I mean, we could turn the heat up.
We can turn the heat up, or I can start working on the carrots.
You could start working on the carrots. This is a thing that we can do. By the way, I'm kind of halfway tempted to throw in this seasoning that I have, like just a pinch.
Which seasoning? Oh, that one. The one you invented?
Oh, no, not that one, actually. I didn't invent that one. I got it off the line.
Oh,
But I have, like, this shawarma seasoning that we could throw in there if you want.
We could, but I'm still experimenting with the atrofaltine by itself.
Okay.
So, but I would like to experiment with that on another occasion. We can do that next week.
Okay.
Next week we can do something with that.
Or we could just make this again with the shawarma.
We could just make this again. There's still 2 more chicken breasts.
There are more chicken breasts.
So, yeah, that needs more time. So, let's start working on our oranges. So the first thing you're going to need to, not oranges, carrots! Carrots are not oranges. Oranges are not carrots. That is a pan. That is a pot. You are a pan. I've been, no, here, stand, sit, come, you, pot. What do you think? Is that big enough for the carrots we got?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so?
Do you want me to chop
Or should I go
these
for the bigger one?
carrots? No, I think that should be fine.
This should be fine? This should be fine. All right, we'll worry about chopping the carrots later because the carrots we add later. The first thing we need to do is prepare the sauce for the carrots.
Oh, the soupy sauce.
Because we are going to be cooking the carrots in the sauce, and therefore we need to make the sauce. All right. First, light the fire on the rear thingy. Remove the lid from the rear thingy because that's not a thing you should have on a thingy. Light the fire. Move the chicken to the back thing. To the back burner. Very good. And we'll have this on the front burner. Don't turn around just yet. Here. You can go there for now. We have a lid on that. That's a lid.
I don't think you should put a lid on things that are frying.
Yeah, you can.
But should you? Should you? But should you? Just let it have its funky flow in the air. Why do you have to disrupt God's beautiful frying process?
Can you explain that? That's really carrot.
I cannot explain that. You're right.
Can you explain?
Why are you so bad at being American?
I don't know, because I got Moderna instead of Pfizer.
No.
That's why, obviously. Anyway, I believe that I'm missing comments because the thing decided to...
Just run the mouse over it or scroll up and down. It'll work.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah.
It's getting back.
It does that sometimes.
It does that sometimes. There we are. Very good.
But we want it to be crispy. I've just decided that now.
Very well. All right, let's work on our you spatula with the chicken flipper going on that. Whilst I prepare the sauce for our honeyed carrots on this page over here. Is it before or after the lab?
Why
what the
didn't
heck?
you use the Post-it notes?
Because I'm a disorganized moron.
Use the Post-it notes. They got me through college.
Is that what got through? I thought it was drugs. All right.
I mean,
That's what got me through college.
Alcohol is a drug.
Alcohol is a drug. It's one of the best drugs. All right. First thing you're going to need for your sauce, for your honeyed carrots, is honey. Who'd have thought? Where are you? You're over here. Honey. Let's go ahead and pour that in there. Very good. Yeah, Trig, can you hold that? Thank you. Yay. I think you look cute this way.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Hey, all right,
I do
honey.
look cute when I drain honey out of a pot.
Don't ask why. I'm a weirdo. All right. Also, that is rose water. I don't want the rose water just yet. Here, hold that again. That's all right. Rose water comes later. I mistook vinegar. There it is. Vinegar. Yeah, I'm going to pour the vinegar into the thing of honey.
Vinegar.
Yes, honey and vinegar. White wine vinegar. There we go. There we go. Just use my fingers and just going to scrape it out of there.
Ow!
I feel confident. I feel confident in the mixture
Should you, though?
of honey and vinegar. I think it's going to come out just fine. I think it will be grand.
You say that about a lot of things that don't turn out that way.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to chop up the ginger because the ginger needs to go in here. So go ahead and turn on the heat on our honey and vinegar mixture, which I will swear by, even though I've never tasted it.
The heat is on.
The vinegar.
Sorry, I just felt like quoting a summer trailer for a kids movie.
Fair enough. It is time for summer trailers once again. Because it is time for summer kids movies once again. And actually going to see them in a theater for realsies with friends or enemies, depending on the movie.
Yeah, I do like going to see movies with my enemies.
Well, it depends on the movie. Like, that one where if you watch it, then somebody comes out of your television and kills you 7 days later.
Oh, but wouldn't they also come after you, though?
Well, no, that's the thing. You've already seen it, and then you show it to your enemy. And so instead of coming after you, she comes after the other guy. That's how it works.
Oh, I've never seen that movie, actually.
I have. It was a trip. You know it was also a trip?
What?
The Japanese version.
Oh, yeah, I forgot there was a Japanese version.
That was originally Japanese.
Yeah, I know. I forget that was a thing that they'd like to do in the early 2000s.
I know. Just like, Japanese horror movie. Let's Americanize it.
I feel like they did that with a couple of them.
They did.
About that. Okay.
They did. They did that with a few of them. And then there were a few, like, American horror films that were just loosely based off of Japanese ones, because why not? Let me just chop up this ginger. I want it to be chopped up good and fine.
At some point, we just decided that Japan is scary, and we ran with it, I guess.
Well, I guess a lot of vanilla people finally found certain websites for the first time, and they realized just how scary Japan could be. If you're not into that sort of thing already.
We do the weird stuff.
Yeah. It's true.
I feel like that reference has dated me.
Yeah, no, what? It's all right. It's all right. I'll date you anytime. And I'm my own reference. At least I'm gaming for that.
No, I said that my partners needed references.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Kathy drinks vinegar and honey every day.
But it just seems so wrong. It's probably healthy, though.
It's probably very healthy.
I don't know why I'm so on the fence about it.
Reach behind me and grab a spoon for that honey sauce.
Should I grab the spoon or the spoon with the tip?
The spoon with the tip. Because parts of that is coming to a boil. And we do want it to come to a boil, but we do want it to come to a boil uniformly. And so, to that end, we should stir it.
You know what everybody always asks me every time they find out that I'm like half Italian? They always ask me if I have a grandmother who would hit me with a spoon. And I didn't, actually.
Is that why you need it now?
Maybe.
Because of your lack of getting it when you were younger?
I mean, hitting with people with wooden spoons is pretty fun.
It is.
I will give them that. But
hitting people with wooden spoons is a joy. I can understand why Italian grandmothers want to do it so badly.
One of my grandmothers wasn't Italian, but the other one was, and she hit me with a spoon.
Never once?
No. Apparently I missed out on the
Oh my goodness. That's like having a Jewish mother and never getting guilted.
Well, I got guilted plenty. Like, that's just a Catholic thing, I think. And a Jewish thing. And a lot of other people's things, I guess.
It'd be true. All right, so now we got our...
This
so we
chicken
have...
might be, like, done though.
What?
This chicken might be, like, somewhat done.
Give it a little bit more time, I think.
Okay.
And then we'll call it done. All right, so we got... In that pot, we've got our 6 tablespoons of honey. Our... How much of your wine vinegar? 2 tablespoons of wine vinegar. And now, 2 tablespoons of chopped ginger. There we go. Very good. Stir that in there with a spoon. With a spoon. With a spoon. And there's one other thing we need to add to that, and that is a teaspoon of atrofaltib.
Oh, these are going to be some spicy carrots.
Where did it? Oh, there it is. You know, it's a good thing that both of these shot glasses had teaspoons.
I was about to say, is that the one that I put in the same as the one that I put in the chicken?
Yes. So you grabbed the wrong shot glass, but luckily both shot glasses contain the same thing.
Well,
so...
why did you put them both in the shot glasses? And you didn't specify that there was 2 of them.
Fair enough. That was my fault. For not thinking ahead. As I drink more beer. All right.
No,
we are about halfway through the show.
No.
Our sauce for the carrots.
That's very interesting.
Is oh, that is strong. In a good way. That is strong. Yeah, the vinegar went straight. There you go. The vinegar just went straight up the nose.
Don't get too close to it. Yeah, no, it's the like at first the ginger hits you and the ultra frothy, but then the vinegar hits and you're like.
All right, so that needs to boil for about 10 minutes, and then that is just about done.
It is just about done.
Let's go ahead and take the heat off of that and just put a cover on it so it doesn't get cold.
Yeah, we can put a cover on it.
Very well. And I'm going to take these chickpeas over here. Oh, that is boiling a lot. It's indeed it is. And I'm going to go ahead and chop up these carrots right now, just to get that out of the way, because in a minute we're going to add the carrots to our thingy. We are not using orange carrots. We are using white and yellow carrots because it is more period. Because we are those kinds of weirdos.
Also, they sell them, so like, they're just at the grocery store, or at least the one that we go to.
Eva makes a good point about the Japanese horror, is that unfamiliar folklore is a bit more unnerving.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because like I don't know, like in Western horror, you expect to see a creepy little girl in.
It's always a creepy little girl.
But in Western, you expect to see them in like a Victorian dress. Whereas in Japanese folklore, you expect them to be wearing a white robe with their face covered in hair.
White satin gown.
Indeed. And
what is it with little girls being so creepy? Well, I get it. I think it's supposed to be
because little girls are creepy. So what do you need to know? It's like
that's the real reason. But I think that there's also like some dudes out there who are like little girls are always so innocent.
It's innocence.
So when they're not being innocent, it's corrupted innocence.
Oh, it's so ironic and scary. Shut up! Little girls are terrifying.
They are terrifying. But I don't think of the ways that you think.
Little boys too.
Children
in general. Children are just are strange creatures that have not learned how to be human yet. And I'm
insane though.
What?
I'm insane though.
Yeah. And like try to change my mind. I don't know. Good day to you, David Schwartz. Good to see you. And I'm still only kind of catching the comments every other minute or so. Yes, 2 live shows in a row because we are to our minds. For those of you who have not yet heard the announcement, in case you exist, we are no longer going to be doing Foxy's Drinking Hour on Saturday nights.
Because we're only doing Ren Fairs on Saturday nights.
Well, we'll be doing Ren Fairs on Saturday days.
No, Saturday days.
And Saturday nights, theoretically, we could do it, but we'd be in the middle of the woods somewhere. So
and we wouldn't be able to have like a good internet connection, most likely in a lot of places.
Probably not.
So, we definitely wouldn't be able to have Ethernet. But yeah, so instead of doing that, we're doing, we just moved the time.
To Thursday.
Right after this
9.
show.
Right after this show. So, who knows?
Which may or may not be a good idea.
Maybe that will...
testing it out.
It might encourage me to finish this show faster from now on.
It might.
That is a possibility.
All right. Also, happy early birthday.
Whose early birthday? Oh, it is New Muse's early birthday. I missed that part of the comment.
I keep forgetting my birthday is coming up too.
That's all right. My birthday's coming up in 6 months, which is not coming up at all. Happy birthday to me. All right, is that still going? That is still going, and that's going to need a few more minutes yet before we add the carrots to that, because I need some time.
This is interesting. This is very interesting.
As far as what?
Like the color,
the smell,
and the stuff.
It is an interesting color because that's the rose petals in there. That is creating that color, I think. At any rate, what shall we prepare next? Let's go getting the sandwiches ready.
The sandwiches.
So, our chicken is cooked, and the chicken is going to. Well, we're gonna use that in a minute. But first, let's go ahead and prepare some of the other stuff that is going to go onto our sandwiches.
All right, what do we got?
So, bottom shelf, to the right, to the left. To the left, left.
Take
Right.
it back, y'all.
What?
Take it back, y'all.
All right. Walnuts. Walnuts. Got about, how much is that? A cup? A cup.
I think so. Can I smash them?
You may smash them. Smash those walnuts, you know, darling. I know how much you enjoy the smashing of walnuts. Do you enjoy smashing those walnuts as much as I enjoy watching you smash those nuts? Oh, I love the way you smash those nuts, darling. I could see you. I could watch you bust nuts all day. Don't know why I slept into this voice.
This is what people are talking about, right? When they say that they're gonna bust a nut.
Yeah.
All those guys that I met, and they were like, "Excuse me, I've got to go bust a nut." Clearly, that's what they were doing in the other room. They were
obviously
smooshing some walnuts.
Oh, this weekend was supposed to be Eva's wedding.
No,
but then the venue went out of business.
Oh no!
So it didn't even get postponed or nothing. It's like nope, sorry, wedding hall doesn't exist anymore.
That is awful. I'm so sorry.
Plague came, and now the wedding hall just poof. It is simply no longer there.
Well, I hope that you can find another place to get married.
Oh, well, obviously they will. I mean, there's other places. This is going to take time.
You could do it in our kitchen.
Yes!
On an episode of Cooking with Foxy.
An episode of Cooking with Foxy, where Foxy marries two Rennies.
And then makes them a cake. You could make them a cake, but like first you could. What if I marry them and then you pop out of the cake?
I'm liking this idea. I'm very much. All right. What is our nut situation looking like?
They look pretty mushy.
They look pretty mooshed up.
They look pretty mooshed.
All right.
I mean, how mooshed do they need to be?
Do they need to be? I mean,
why did you give them to me to moosh?
Well, are they? I think they're mooshed enough.
Okay, well.
I think that they are well mooshed.
I thought that you wanted some nice mooshed.
They are well mooshed. You mooshed them well. I am not saying you did not.
I want to moosh the nuts. I want to moosh them.
All right. I'm glad. Oh, all right. Here we go. All right. So let's now that the nuts are mooshed, let's go ahead and mix in the rest of the ingredients because right now we're making the spread, right?
You got an eyelash hair.
Sorry, that was one of mine.
No, I can.
All right. So there's fair enough. So there are 3 elements to our chicken pita dealios. All right, you're good. You're good. You I'm gonna take this away.
No.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
It gives me purpose in life.
I will let you use it again in a minute.
I think I made them a powder. I hope
That's all right.
they're supposed to be.
That's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Okay. So there's 3 elements to our sandwiches, right?
Yes.
Chicken, pita, and the spread.
Walnut.
So yes, we're making the spread. So there's our walnuts. That's about a cup of walnuts. And let's go ahead and grab some sort of stirring implement. Here, about this fork. This fork will work.
But
all
do
right.
you have the heat on this?
What? Yes.
Okay.
How long has it been there? Oh, it's been there for about almost like 2 more minutes, and then we'll add the carrots.
Okay. What do we put in the walnuts?
In the walnuts. Let's put a few things in the walnuts. So let's put in a lemon's worth of lemon juice.
Which is 4 tablespoons?
4 tablespoons.
What does the recipe call for specifically?
Quarter cup.
A quarter cup.
Which is also 4 tablespoons.
4 tablespoons.
So yeah.
Which is about 1 lemon.
About 1 lemon. About 1 lemon. So let's mix that together in there. Very good. Now there should be some other things under there. Go ahead and pass up. So what's next?
I'm gonna guess maybe this?
Actually, pass up the salt first. Just because I think that would mix in better at this stage. There we go. Put in the salt. There we go. That was about ½ a teaspoon of salt. Now let's pass me up one of those little cups of green stuff. There's lots of green stuff that we're going to add to this. All right. So that is mint. That is about 2 tablespoons. Sorry, about 3 tablespoons of mint.
Tarragon.
That's the tarragon?
If you smell it, it smells quite unpleasant, I think.
Yep, that is tarragon.
I don't like the smell of tarragon, I don't know.
Well, that's all right. The smell of mint will drown it out.
And this one, I believe, is... What is
basil.
That? Basil!
Yep, that's basil.
I didn't recognize the smell of basil, but I didn't.
Basil. So yeah,
Basil.
And that should do it for our spread. I'm pretty sure that's all that goes in there. Yeah, walnuts, lemon juice, basil, chopped up basil, tarragon, mint, lemon juice, and a bit of salt. And let's just make sure it's good and mixed. We want to mix it up nice and thoroughly. Very good. Very good. What do you think? You think that's nice and mixed? Nice and thoroughly mixed?
That looks good. That looks like healthy cereal.
That does look good, doesn't it? It looks like it does look like healthy cereal. I'm fine with that.
Is there anything else that's supposed to go in there?
In there? Nope, that is it.
That's it. Okay.
That is it. So what I'm going to do is pull out the bowl here to transfer this into because I'm going to need this for the hummus. Remember, we're making hummus.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I almost forgot about the hummus. Started with the hummus. We're going to finish with the hummus.
We came from hummus, and to hummus we shall return.
Sounds like what it says in the Sephardi Torah. I'm sorry, that was me.
Oh, I don't think I get the joke.
That's all right. That is all right. Right, get that in there, get it into the bowl, and when we are ready to put everything together at the end and serve and get ready to eat, then we shall actually prepare our pita rolls.
Yes, people are expanding upon our wedding idea. The drinking hour could be the reception.
All right, I can go with that.
I think that would be fun. Would they be married in a Jewish ceremony if Foxy does it?
Well, that's the only ceremony I know how to do, so yeah.
Does a whole new religion need to be formed? The Temple of Foxy.
I mean, it's basically going to be Judaism with more booze.
Pretty much.
That's all right. All right. There we are. So let's set this to the side. And that's our spread, which is ready for when we need it. And now let's put the carrots into the thing, because I think that's about ready. Yep. Okay. That's about ready.
Take a handful.
Just take a handful of carrots. I'll take a hand. You take a handful. I'll take a handful. And put it in there. And I'll put it in there. And then you put it in there. And I'm gonna actually bring this over here. And here, grab the spoon.
Spoon.
And just kind of.
I can't see. This is the most ridiculous way to do this.
It's
almost like our kitchen is too small.
Almost.
The kitchen might be a little bit too small.
It just might be. That is a possibility. All right, let's get that in there. Get that in there. Get that in there. Get that in there.
Get in there, buddy.
Get in there. There we go. I put that in over here. There we go. All right. Chopper de Predulaway, which is to say a mortar and pestle. So that's our mortar. Here's our pestle. I can word how I please to word. I'm a bard.
Okay, Foxy. All right.
It's true. I'm a very good bard.
Yeah, you are.
I think so. All right. So
You're
the
the Suverin Bard.
All right. Trying to see because the recipe says that the sauce should completely cover the carrots, which it's not. So
I mean, it's like pretty much there though.
Pretty much.
I did like cover a little.
We're just gonna have to make sure to stir it frequently. So in the meantime, here, just put a lid on it for now. So that way it'll cook a little faster. You can turn the heat up a bit on it. Very good. Our chicken's good, right? I actually want to try the chicken just by itself real quick. Just to see how the atraf al-tib and the... Just how that atraf al-tib and sesame seed oil came out. It's nice.
I think you could use a pinch of salt.
Pinch of salt, it could.
If you want to fancy a pinch of salt.
I think so. Here, let me grab the salt. And turn up the heat on that a little again, just to allow the salt to... Here's salt. That's more than a pinch, by the way.
Dump. Not salty enough.
More salt! That feel good, dear? I feel good.
It feels good.
Do you like it? Do you like it a lot?
Yes.
All right, so mix that in. The Atraf definitely gives it a very earthy taste. Or at least the version that we put together.
It does, yeah.
I like the earthiness of it.
Earthy and girthy.
I like earthy and girthy. Who doesn't want to be earthy and girthy?
And worthy of your taste buds. Is proud of that.
All right, we got one more thing to make. You know what that is, right?
Which one is... I think that was... Whatever, it's fine. What do we gotta make? The hummus.
Hummus.
The hummus.
Hummus. All right, let me turn it to the page where the hummus actually is.
Yeah, we might add a little bit of water to the carrots if we want to.
We can. Let's actually do that now that I think on it. It never hurts to, we can water down the sauce a wee bit.
Just a bit. We do want to keep it like syrupy, so like not too much, but yeah.
There we are. All right. So yeah, let's bring the pot over here and add some water to this. Very good. A little bit more. That's enough. Very good. All right. Bring that over here. And go ahead and stir that around a bit. And of course the other thing is that as it cooks, the liquid will start to evaporate.
Yeah. This might have been a little bit too much water, but that's okay.
That's all right. The liquid will evaporate and it will... in fact, let's bring it up to a boil.
Yeah, bring it up to a boil.
Bring it up to a boil.
So some of it will evaporate.
There you go. Let it evaporate a little bit, and it'll also cook the carrots a little faster. Hummus! Other mortar and pestle. So, first thing we're going to do is start grinding some stuff.
Such as?
So, first let's start with the caraway seeds and the coriander seeds.
Alright, so we've got coriander.
Coriander seeds, that is about 1/8 of a teaspoon of coriander seeds. And some caraway seeds, again, about 1/8 of a teaspoon of caraway seeds. And let us grind these up. And while I'm grinding these up, I want you to reach down there and grab the walnuts. There's some walnuts down there.
More walnuts.
More walnuts.
More walnuts for me to smoosh.
Smoosh those walnuts.
Like a little wet.
That's all right. It's all right if it's all going to get wet anyway.
Okay. Take that walnut.
Smoosh the walnuts.
You think that you could just come in here and beat
And there's more newts. There's more newts.
Should I moosh them with the walnuts?
Hmm?
Should I moosh them with the walnuts?
Yes.
Alright, what?
All right, so there should be more newts. So there should be... Those are hazelnuts.
Hazelnuts. That's the first time we've used
hazelnuts. We have never used hazelnuts before, but we're going to use the hazelnuts. So put in the hazelnuts and start to mash them along with the walnuts. Yep, you're going to have to crush them. Yep, those are hard. Those are harder nuts.
They are harder, but they are no match for me. Okay, what else goes in here? Are there more newts?
More newts.
There are more.
There should be some pistachios. So put the pistachios in there. Start mushing the pistachios with the other newts. You're doing a good job of mushing the newts.
Thanks. I'm literally just mashing them. Just like don't.
All right, I'm gonna take the coriander and caraway and put that in there with that. Why not?
There's also almonds.
Almonds.
These ones are slivery.
Yes. Because those are left over from a long time ago when we needed slivered almonds.
Yeah.
And then we never used them again. But it's all right. They don't go bad.
Oh, I know we did do that lamb dish on the show.
Yes, we did do the lamb dish on the show. All right, so yeah, mush that all up. And I think that's it for the mushing. I mean, unless you want to keep mushing, by all means, keep mushing. Moosh to your heart's content.
Moosh, 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 moosh.
Now, a side note, we are also going to have to add the chickpeas to this in order to moosh them in.
Okay.
Do you want to put in the chickpeas to moosh in now, or do you want to use a food processor and make our life slightly easier?
Let's use a food processor, actually.
Use a food processor.
It'll take a while for me to moosh the chickpeas.
And make our lives slightly easier. All right, there's that part. There's that part.
We're also already at like the 48-minute mark.
Fair enough. We're going to have to do this in batches, but that's all right as well. All right, and in fact, I'm going to get a larger bowl for us to mix all of this in. Very good.
Moosh, 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 moosh.
You go there. You go here. You go there. You go here.
Smooshy, smooshy, smooshy.
And keep going. You're doing good. You're doing good. I like the way you moosh. I like the way you do your moosh.
I am an expert moosher.
All right. So I'm going to take the chickpeas.
I learned everything I know from Skyrim.
Yeah. I knew that all those hours of playing Skyrim, approximately 1,800 hours. I know because my Steam tells me.
A decade now.
Oh, it's definitely more than that, but it's just like 1,800 hours since I downloaded it on my current computer.
I actually stopped playing it on online mode for a while because it doesn't track your hours if you play it on online mode.
You didn't want it to judge you.
I didn't want it to judge me. I didn't want anybody to know my shame.
Hey, you know what? Everybody knows my shame. It's why I have a show. All right, that's plugged in. Very good. Then let's Let's food process these chickpeas. Very good. That was easy. And we're just going to have to do it in a few batches. It's all right. And very good. And let's get it out of the corners because you got to get it out of the corners because it's going to want to stay in the corners because it's shy. It's very shy. And you just got to coax that a little bit. But only if it wants to. If it tells you it doesn't want to come out, then go ahead and leave it in the corner. Do you want to stay in there? All right, it didn't say anything. Presumably that are we good with our nuts?
I think that it's a suitable moosh.
I think that is a suitable moosh. So let's toss those. So I want you to toss those nuts into the bowl with the mushed chickpeas, and we're gonna mush some more stuff in there in a minute.
It looks like eggs. It's kind of weird.
It does kind of look like eggs.
It looks like scrambled eggs.
The mushed chickpeas do kind of look like eggs.
You want me to just put in all the newts?
Yes. Put in all the newts that we just newted and boosted. There we go.
You just want to nut all over those chickpeas.
I do indeed. Oh no, wait, that didn't go thoroughly. One moment, let me try this again. There we are. How are we doing here?
That's probably good.
Oh, that's good.
Does it smell good?
It does smell
It's
good.
still filling your sinuses.
Not quite as much.
That's good.
Which is good. You don't want it to destroy your sinuses completely. Not all the time. Not the first time anyway. You want to kind of ease your way in a bit. For those who haven't done it before, you know. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about either.
I lost my train of brain for a bit there. All right, let me just get that. Yeah, all that chickpea mush. Chickpea mush. All right, I'm going to do this last batch, and I want you to grab a fork from right there, and I want you to start mixing up our nuts and the caraway seeds and the coriander seeds into our chickpea mush. If you see any whole chickpeas that somehow missed the processor, here, let's put that in there.
Yeah.
Put that in there.
Yeah.
Of course, if we need to, you can always just grab the pestle and
Moosh?
just moosh. Can't. No reason why you can't moosh in there. Why not?
Right,
Why not?
Take this
I will-
last chickpea.
Oh, last chickpea? Right, Mr. Chickpea there. Very well. All right. Here's the last batch of chickpeas that need to be mooshed by this moosher, the electronic moosher. Very good. Very good. That looks just fine. That's some nice chickpea moosh right there. All right.
Now, do we add anything else to this?
Oh yes.
Good. Because it looks like it's like trying to be hummus.
It is.
now.
Yes. Right now it
But
does
it's not
look.
right there.
It is. It does look like it is trying to be hummus, and it is not quite hummus yet. So let us add a few more things. After I rinse this out.
Ooh, it looks like there's a bunch of stuff to add to this.
Oh yes, there is. So far we have only added the caraway
Half the
seeds.
ingredients of that.
Not even half. So far we just added caraway seeds, coriander seeds,
Do you want it to
and
boil
several
this
types
much?
of nuts.
Do you want it to boil this much?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let that go. Just let that go. With the lid off.
Let's have the lid off.
With the lid off. Let it aromarate.
Aromarate.
That's a word that I've decided is a word. Aromarate.
Okay. What else
Do you like that word?
I do like it.
Very well.
What do we put in next?
All right, let's see. Well, there's a whole bunch of bowls there on the second shelf.
Do you want me
so-
to just pass you around?
Start passing me about stuff. Salt.
This.
That sounds good. Throw that in there.
Boop.
Yep. Salt. How much
How
salt
much?
was that? 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt.
I believe this is time.
That is thyme. Put that in there.
Boop.
Fresh chopped thyme. How much time? That was another quarter teaspoon. Quarter teaspoon of thyme.
I think this is parsley.
Parsley? Sounds good. Yeah, parsley. 2 tablespoons of parsley. Freshly chopped parsley. Very good. Very good indeed.
Mint, I believe.
Mint, absolutely. Absolutely.
He likes mint.
2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons of the mint. Now this is starting to look a bit more like hummus.
Pepper.
Vegetable-y hummus. Pepper. Definitely pepper. 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper.
Pepper out. Okay. And ultra fastib.
Yep. A truffle tib. Put it in there. That's just a pinch of that.
All right, now we're getting. Oh wait, no, there's.
I put in
There's this. Sorry.
There's more of a
I
dash.
believe this is cinnamon.
That is cinnamon. 1/8 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. Very good. Put that in there. Very good. Now this is getting very, very thick, and I think it needs a little bit of liquid.
Needs liquid.
There's liquid.
This is olive oil.
That is indeed olive oil. That's 3 tablespoons of olive oil. There we
Get
go.
that out of the way.
That's good. That'll help to. That's helping to make it into more of the sort of hummus that you're used to. That's a good consistency right there. It needs a little bit more liquid. Yep, vinegar. Vinegar seems right. Yeah, vinegar. 2 tablespoons of vinegar. There we are. Now we're getting a good consistency there.
I believe this is lemon juice.
That is lemon juice. That is an entire lemon's worth of lemon juice. Put that in there. There we go. Now we're getting. Oh, this is great. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Down on this.
What? Yeah,
Down.
turn it down a little bit. Why not? Just a little bit. Turn the heat down just a bit. That's getting to be a good.
Ooh, that's looking.
That's looking
like
hummusy.
A thick hummus.
That's looking hummusy.
With 2 C's, but it's about to get thicker.
It is about to get thicker because there's still some more stuff to add.
Tahini and water.
Yes, and we need to mix that up. So let me give you a fork and mix up the tahini and the water. So that is 4 tablespoons of tahini and 3/4 of a cup.
Right now, it just looks like sad, soggy peanut butter.
Yeah. So yeah, mix that up good. The tahini and the water.
Also known as tahini if you're American.
If you're American. This is getting good. Look at that consistency. That is starting to feel and look and feel and smell like hummus. All right. So that's good and mixed together?
Good enough, I guess.
Yeah, good enough. Pour that in there. It all gets
Hold on.
mixed up with the thing anyway.
Oh, wait. This is some tahini.
Yes, just get the tahini.
All right. And there's, I believe, one more thing.
I hope so, because it's a little bit too liquidy.
Well,
There we go. Oh, right. I'm supposed to chop those up.
Oh, we should do that.
We should
Or do
chop
you want
those
me to
up.
motion?
I don't know. It says chopped.
All right, let's chop them then.
So here, I'm gonna put
There's
this
so
over
many
here.
bowls on the table.
There are so many bowls on the table. We can never have enough bowls. We need more bowls. The fact that I had to resort to shot glasses today indicates that we need more little bowls.
It is looking like nice though. I mean,
Yes,
it's looking
yes,
a little
indeed.
bit too watery.
I know. So we need to mix it up a bit more. Here. Okay. All right. Here. You go here, and then you.
These are all empty. You can just put them in the sink.
Yes. They're empty. In the sink you go. In the sink.
You put this in the sink.
In the sink with you.
Now we got.
There we are. All right, now I can chop the olives while you mix that. Continue to do the thing with the mixing. Well, here, let me
I'll
get.
just use this.
Actually, here, use this
Ah, okay.
whisk.
A whisk.
A whisk. I think that might help. Yeah, that's working. That's working. That is working. That is totally working. All right, let's chop up our olives.
This is actually looking really good. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I know, it's starting to look really nice. And I need a bigger knife than this. What am I doing? Here we go.
Part of me actually, after we try the initial recipe, part of me wants to like put this on a pita with the chicken.
We can do that. We can absolutely do that. We can try both. We can try the pita with just the hummus, just to try the hummus.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could just get a spoonful of hummus.
Yeah.
Oh, a spoonful of hummus makes the shawarma go down.
It does though.
The shawarma go down. Shawarma go
Get
down.
some chips if you got them.
Just a spoonful hummus makes the shawarma go down with chips on the lava. I don't know.
Pita, as it might be. Or pita, as it might be.
Or pita. Or
I
pita.
think stirring it helps. It looks less watery now.
It does look less watery, but we still need to add the olives. That is a little bit on the watery side for hummus, I think.
It is.
I feel like I want to add more chickpeas.
We don't have any more, though.
But then again, also, we'll see what happens when I add the olives. The olives, the solidness, the olives might help to solidify it up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to chop these up just a bit more finer. Because this is a spread, after all.
A spread.
It's meant to be a spread. That is the whole point of hummus, is that you spread it.
It's very goopy.
It is goopy.
It's goopy.
It is goopy.
But you know, it's kind of setting though.
I'm feeling
like
confident.
the more I stir it, the more like chunky it gets. Like, look at that. Yeah.
Yeah. It does get more chunky the more you stir it.
It gets chunky the more you stir it.
It's
Hell yeah.
It's like a Ren Fair.
What?
It gets chunky the more you stir it. I don't know if that made sense in my head.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. It made sense in my head.
What is going on in there?
So many weird things. Have you ever been?
I don't know what I want.
The ceiling's a bit low, and I'm pretty tall, so it's low for me.
I think that's good enough. I think that's good enough.
You think that's should we chop it off enough with the olives?
Yeah.
Very good. Let's put those olives in there and mix them up with everything else. Very good. And I think that's it for our ingredients for our hummus.
This looks like a good bean dip.
It does, doesn't it? It does indeed. All right.
Oh yeah, that's some chunky hummus.
So let me see. So we got our chickpeas, vinegar, olive oil, tahini, water, black pepper, aftervaltid, mint, parsley, thyme, walnuts, hazelnuts, almonds, pistachios, cinnamon, celery seeds, coriander seeds, salt, lemon juice, and olives. Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. That is our
By
wheat
the
cest made.
note, it doesn't specify what kind of olives. We use green olives.
We use green olives. Because it just.
I believe this is about done too.
Let me get a feel of it. That could use a little bit more time, which is actually just fine because we need to prepare our sandwiches.
We do need to prepare the
We
sandwiches.
do need to prepare the sandwiches. We do indeed. All right, let's prepare our sandwiches. I'm going to wipe off my table so that it's not covered in lemon juice and olives. Put that over here. Is this yours? Does it matter?
It doesn't matter at this point. I've had 3 sips of this beer, so I think that you just.
There we go.
I'll drink a little more.
No.
Okay, put that in the sink. I take it you like this beer.
This is good beer.
It's a good beer.
I like this beer. It's a tasty beer. Who doesn't like a tasty beer? I've got a tasty beer. Do you want a tasty beer? I will taste your beer if you will taste mine. All right, let me get a little bit more room on here. And let me just put these over somewhere. Just put this over there, right there. That's fine. This is fine. That's fine. You're fine. I'm fine. Get all of these.
Everything is fine.
All these in here. We will wash 1,000,001 tiny bowls. Because that's the part of the show you guys don't ever get to see, is where we wash 1,000,000 tiny bowls.
Oh yeah. Here, I think we can wash.
Actually, sometimes I see part of it. Yeah,
Sometimes I do it during the show because I don't want to deal with 1,000,000 tiny bowls after the show.
Fair enough. All right.
Yeah, this can also go.
That can go in there. Yeah, let's move on that up here. There we go. And you go here. And you go here. And pita. Pita. That was not peanut butter in the hummus. That was
tahini.
That was tahini. But it does kind of have the consistency of peanut butter.
It looks like peanut butter and it kind of tastes like peanut butter, but it's sesame seed based.
All righty then. Let's see if this works. Let's hope this
similar,
works.
Though. Peanut butter's a little sweeter, less tart.
Here we go. Take a pita.
There's 2.
There were 2. There we go. Very, very good. I shall put this back in its bag.
I've got a pita.
You've got a pita? Right. Well, actually, here, let me get an extra pita just so I can sample the hummus eventually. Oh, pardon me. That's beer coming up the other way. All right. Let's do this. So, allow me to turn over here to this page real quick with our hummus. Right. Right. All right. So we're going to take our pita. And we're going to open up our pita. I'm going to need a knife. You don't need a knife for this, but I'm going to use a knife. The knife makes it easy. Yep.
Oh my gosh. What are you doing?
I'm opening up the pita.
I didn't know you could do that.
What, open up a pita?
I mean, I always figured it was 2 pitas.
What?
I don't know.
Have you never seen
Everything I thought I knew.
the whole point of a pita is that you can open up. Go ahead and try opening yours up.
Oh no, I folded it. Here, I'm gonna take this one.
All right, you take the other one.
Okay.
That's fine. Open up your just.
How do I open the pita?
Well, you take your knife and you slice a little bit in the end of just.
There's like a little opening.
Oh, you got one. All right, you've already got an opening. That works too. Sometimes you already have an opening.
I feel like okay, maybe.
Very good. And now you got your pita opened up. There we go.
What if I mess up?
That's all right. It's gonna get rolled up anyway. We're gonna roll this up anyway. So we take our pita.
This is amazing. Oh, I messed it up.
Guess what I forgot to do? I forgot to put the power plug in there.
Oh, you should do that right now.